Hello and welcome to your weekly Ching. The hexagram that we have for you this week is co-revolution with moving lines 3, 5 and 6. Now what this hexagram is about, whatever takes place is believed only after it has been accomplished, and there will be great progress and success. Now whatever you set out to do or whatever you want to do for this particular week, it will be believed in only after you accomplish it. That means the impact of whatever you're doing, whatever changes you're doing, will be seen only after you accomplish the activity. Before that, there will be a lot of doubts and lot of obstacles that may be entering your life, and people may also be getting into the way and trying to stop you from doing whatever it is that you want to do, and you will see the impact only after you fight through these obstacles and finally make it through the end. So that is your hexagram for the week. Let's move on to the lines. The third line, undivided, shows that action taken by its subject will be evil. Though he be firm and correct, his position is perilous. If the change has been 3 times fully discussed, he will be believed. Now, what this line basically says is that it's overcoming rejection. There is some kind of new attempts at change, that may be met with a lot of resistance, and it is a time where you need to push forward. Persistence will pay off in the end. The wise person will use rejection as a motivator. So that's what it basically says, that for you to move on to the next phase, whatever you take up, you will definitely find some kind of resistance towards that activity, and it is up to you to resolutely leave out all those negative thoughts, people trying to block your way. Leave them out and push forward is what this particular line says. The fifth line, undivided, shows the great man producing his changes as the tiger does when he changes his stripes. Before he divines and proceeds to action, faith has been reposed in him. So what this fifth line basically says, you're making changes like a tiger. Your tiger stripes are spotted from far away. You know it is a tiger. It looks like a tiger. The very stripes will tell you that it is a tiger. And once you spot it, you know what a tiger is. You know the qualities. You know how dangerous it is. You know what are its capabilities. So basically what it says is, go about your work and do whatever you need to do. And people who are looking at you and, trying to become obstacles, trying to create problems, will look at you, and they will be very, very cautious when they approach you. This is a time where you flex your muscles and say, this is what I'm going to do, and I am going to do it because this is something I am capable of doing. And people who are watching you, trying to drag you down, or being trying to create problems, they'll be more cautious because they know what you're capable of. They know what you're going to do, and they will be a little more cautious when it comes to handling you, is what this particular line says. Basically, both the line 3 and line 5 are saying, do not listen to what others are saying. Do not worry about people getting in the way, or negative comments, or any kind of bad or impact that people are trying to do, because you're on the path of success. So whatever you're doing, you need to do it resolutely, do it with your own inner skills and capabilities, and flex your muscles. And when I say flex your muscles, I'm not just talking about physically. Show your qualities, your skills, and like a tiger's stripes, people can see that from afar. So that is what this line is saying. The sixth line, divided, shows the superior man producing his changes as the leopard does when he changes his spots. While small men change their faces and show their obedience, to go forward now would lead to evil, but there will be good fortune in abiding firm and correct. So what this line says, in this particular line, it references a leopard changing a spots. Now, does a leopard change its spots? It doesn't. But basically there is a tiger, there's a leopard. You know what these animals are, what they are capable of. Okay, so you may have somebody in the dark, somebody who's lurking around you, trying to find out what you're doing, somebody who keeps on attempting to sabotage the changes that you're trying to make. So keep proceeding with full speed, and the shadowy forces and obstacles will be overcome, is what this particular line says. So basically what it says is, don't don't mind anybody getting in your way. There are many people, there are particularly a strong individual somewhere around you. This could be an ex, this could be some family member, it could be anybody, an enemy. When I say enemy, I mean it in a sense where this person definitely wants to see you lose. They do not want to see you succeed. Now this could be a friend as well, who's disguised. Obviously, if it's a friend, it's a friend, but they may have a lot of envy and jealousy within them where they don't want to see you succeed. So I have personally seen people give negative advice on purpose to make sure you fail. So you may have somebody around you, is what I'm picking up, where you may have somebody around you who, in the guise of advising you and guiding you, may try to give you some false information or might try to guide you into the wrong direction. So basically what this line says is stay resolute. Do not listen to anybody else's advice. Even if you do listen to the advices, the decision finally taken should be from your side. You're obviously, smart, grown individual, to whoever this may be, it resonates with whoever. You're a particularly a good individual with a good working brain. Use it. Be able to gauge people for what they are, and whatever it is that you've set out to accomplish it, go ahead and do it full force and with full speed, so that anybody who tries to get into your way will fail. And eventually, with this line changing, the sixth line basically says they will fail. And by the end, when you finally accomplished everything, that is when you yourself will be surprised with the impact that it has had on your life. And the people around you will be shocked, and then they will realize that all their attempts that they have made to stop you has failed, and you've reached a phase where you have succeeded because of your own resoluteness. I do see a lot of success coming for you. So with the line 3, you're facing some kind of resistance. With the line 5, you have the tiger, where express your skills, show off your skills, your capabilities. And then with the 6th line, you have a leopard who doesn't change his spots. The line says, like a leopard changes its spot. Does a leopard change its spot? It doesn't. So you know your qualities, you know your capabilities. You should have that faith and, confidence within yourself to go ahead and do whatever it is that you need to do. You don't need external advice, because that might be misleading, is what this particular, hexagram and the reading is saying with these lines, with these moving lines. Now, the resultant hexagram is she-ho. Now, what this hexagram is, says is that, there are two powerful elements, clashing or coming together. You have fire and thunder that comes, that comes together, they're basically combining together. So anything that comes in between these two elements, these two powerful trigrams, will vanish and will be lost in the clash. Basically, it is collateral damage. So what you need to do is be like the fire, be like the thunder. The power that you have, your skills, your capabilities, you need to put it forth out there, and anything that comes between these two, that is thunder and fire, will be destroyed. So any kind of enemies, people with evil intentions, anybody coming in will be destroyed, is what this particular resultant hexagram says. And so just keep forging ahead, go ahead, and you will definitely accomplish your goal, and anybody coming in between will be destroyed, is what this hexagram says. So that's your reading for this week. Bye bye.